An investigation into a shooting that involved a police officer is underway in Little Rock right now. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Sarah Horbacewicz. Here's what we know. Just before 2 p.m., police responded to a welfare check near the corner of 65th and Butler. When they arrived, they found 49-year-old James Mosby yelling in the middle of a parking lot. LRPD reports that as officers tried to approach Mosby, he pulled out a gun and started shooting at them. Police then returned fire. That's when Mosby was hit and put down his gun, allowing officers to arrest him. Mosby was treated for his injuries and is back in police custody tonight. We'll continue to provide updates as we learn more. And developing out of Jackson County, a shooting outside of a Newport concert last night leaves 2 in custody as police search for additional suspects. Police say overnight 1 person was shot and killed and 4 others have been injured. This all happened outside the Old Branch High School building, where officials believe hundreds gathered for rapper Frito Bang's show. 19-year-old Tamariana Jarrett of Augusta was killed. Another person was flown to a nearby hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. The 3 other victims have already been released from treatment. This is a developing story, and we will continue to provide updates here and on THV11.com. Just hours ago, THV11 learned that 2 hikers found a body in the Ouachita National Forest. Yesterday afternoon, the Conway Fire Department's Special Rescue Team recovered the remains of 36-year-old Christopher Pointer of Sherwood. Police asked that anyone with information about this incident contact the Perry County Sheriff's Department.
Well, it was quite the busy week for weather for us. It was very cold and icy, so it was a nice change for us weather-wise this weekend. Matter of fact, it felt like spring with these high temperatures. We reached 67 degrees here in the metro, upper 60s across central Arkansas. Look at that, 70 in Texarkana, and a bit cooler to our north. Right now, it's cool out there, 45 degrees under clear skies and calm winds. We'll be seeing those temperatures continue to drop into the low 40s. Cloud cover will be gradually increasing overnight. We'll be seeing highs near Monday, on Monday near the 70-degree mark, with rain chances in our forecast for your Tuesday and Wednesday, some of which could be heavy at times as well. So that's going to be the main weather story for us for the upcoming week, along with the warm temperatures. I'll have more details and a full look at your forecast coming up in minutes.
It's been a little over 2 weeks since a teen in Conway disappeared. 14-year-old Tanvi Marupali was last seen January 17th, leaving Conway Junior High School. The search for Tanvi continued today, and THV11's Julissa Garza spent the day in Conway with the search team. Julissa joins us now. Julissa?
Sarah, many people who call Conway home came together this weekend, all hoping to find Tanvi or anything that can lead to where she may be. 3 searches taking place, the last one earlier this afternoon.
We need a volunteer or some volunteers to go to a specific location.
This was the site outside of a church in the city of Conway Sunday afternoon. Neighbors helping neighbors.
We're nearing the 3-week mark.
Every person here looking for 14-year-old Tanvi Marupali, who disappeared on January 17th.
Our goal is to get every single video camera checked in the city of Conway and even on the outskirts of Conway.
Members of this community like Jenny Wallace and Gary Logan bringing people together, all in hopes of getting answers for the Marupali family.
As a parent, just put myself in those shoes. I would want somebody to be looking far and wide for my babies if they were missing.
Groups splitting up by foot and by car.
So we split it into roads and streets that people could travel to seek video footage. We came up with a script because we felt like more people would be comfortable if they had a script to know what to say. And then the other group went to some kind of high risk locations. There's a group traveling along railroad tracks.
Sunday afternoon search, the last of 3 happening over the weekend.
The community involvement is absolutely vital to bringing her home.
As the search continues, this community is determined to not give up.
We got to find her. We got to do our part.
Julissa Garza joins us now. I know you've been all over today with these community organizers. Where are they searching?
So when I was with them, they were going through Conway neighborhoods all around the area near the school where she was last seen. But also they went to Woolly Hollow and Petty Jean State Park. So really covering every single ground of the Conway area that they could today.
And it's a big community effort, right?
Definitely. A lot of previous teachers, current teachers, former law enforcement. And, you know, it's just a testament to this community and how tight-knit they really are.
All right, thanks so much, Jalissa. And of course, if anyone has information, you're asked to contact local police. Today, non-scalable fences were placed around the U.S. Capitol. Intelligence officials say there are no specific threats against the president. However, they want to remain vigilant in light of a recent spike in violent attacks towards politicians, including the one against former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband. President Biden will give his address to Congress Tuesday night at 8 p.m. There's reaction on both sides of the aisle after a military jet shot down a suspected spy balloon from China. The balloon fell into waters off the Carolina coast, and residents there were urged not to touch any debris that washes ashore. Tonight, Christian Benavides reports.
Residents who live along the Carolina coast received instructions from the Myrtle Beach Police Department if they spot remnants from the suspected Chinese spy balloon. It was shot down Saturday by a U.S. fighter jet.
Contact us right away. I mean, this is obviously a federal investigation. We don't want to tamper with any evidence. We want to call law enforcement right away so that we can secure that and turn that over to the proper authority.
The balloon was brought down Saturday afternoon, about 6 nautical miles from Myrtle Beach.
All of a sudden, you seen the balloon just go, and the top of it was just like confetti, and the bottom of it just like slumped like a balloon, you know, like you would see like somebody's parachute or something that didn't do right.
Senators will get a briefing on the balloon and China's surveillance capabilities as early as this week, according to Majority Leader Chuck Schumer.
Now we can collect the equipment and analyze the technology used by the Chinese Communist Party.
While Democrats offered support for President Biden's decision to shoot down the balloon, Republicans criticized the timing of the military maneuver. The Defense Department says President Biden gave his authorization Wednesday to bring it down, but military officials decided it was too risky for those below until it drifted out to sea.
He allowed a full week for the Chinese to conduct spying operations over the United States, over sensitive military installations, exposing not just photographs, but the potential of intercepted communications.
The balloon passed over 11 states. Christian Benavides, CBS News.
China released a statement that says it strongly disapproves of the downing of the balloon, which it called a civilian airship that was gathering weather research. One Colorado doctor is bringing health awareness directly into Black communities in Denver. It's part of an ongoing effort to take worry out of screening and education by offering services in a trusted space. This at local barbershops and salons. Makilia White has the story.
Getting your hair done is an intricate process, hours of conversation and laughter. There's nothing quite like the community of sitting in a Black salon or barbershop. Everybody has a story, like Jewel Worrell.
I'm a former New Yorker and I grew up on pizza. So we like pizza, Chinese food, and bagels.
And she says she had no idea she had high blood pressure. That's until she met Dr. Terry Richardson right here in this salon chair.
She had me thinking about what I should do and how I should go forward and medically, and things that I should speak with my doctor about.
For the past 11 years, Richardson has helped Black communities tackle health issues, including mental health, through the Colorado Black Health Collaborative, giving basic checks and education to every person in the shop.
Clients really welcome us coming into their space. They really think that's a great thing that people thought to come and meet them where they are.
We get physicians that come in, we get registered nurses and nurses that are experienced with blood pressure and with issues that are going on with our bodies.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of people that were in here and, you know, they ended up getting a screening while they were here and they were almost like borderline stroke. So, you know, it was just good that they were here just to receive that blessing at the time.
And she gives stylists and barbers tools to help their clients.
I helped her to understand a little bit of where her stress was coming from. And I did a breathing exercise with her, and I felt the relief and everything. She wasn't too keen on it, but she enjoyed it.
Richardson says the goal is empowerment, so customers can leave looking good and feeling good too.
You have so many people in the community that don't have health care, you know, so it's a win-win for everybody.
In Denver, Makilia White, CBS Denver.
The maker of a common brand of eye drops has issued a voluntary recall due to possible contamination. This possibly linked to blinding infections and even one death. Health officials say at least 5 people have lost their vision after using EsriCare artificial tears. Dozens of people in 12 states came down with a bacterial infection that's highly resistant to antibiotics.
The Grammy Awards return to Los Angeles, featuring some of the biggest stars in music. I'm Danya Backus with highlights from the show.
We have had a pretty star-studded night watching the Grammys back here, but now we're going to be watching the skies. Corrales, what's going on?
Yeah, we can manage to see a few stars out there and a nice full moon as well, but clouds will be increasing tonight. We'll continue to see warm temperatures heading into the beginning of the work week, and we have lots of rain to talk about as well. So I'll explain more in your forecast coming up.